The Boston Celtics are the hottest team in basketball right now. They've won 6 straight and 11 of their last 12 games, and they have not lost since February. It is currently March 25th, and they haven't lost since February, and now they have a stretch of games where they only play 3 playoff teams to close the season. And assuming they take care of business against those 3 teams, we could be looking at a very scary sight. And that is a Boston Celtics team that is heading into the playoffs, losing 1 game over the last 2 months of the season. And this dude, Jayson Tatum, I know he went out last night with an injury. It didn't look good at first, but I think he's going to be all right. He has been playing some very, very good basketball. He looks nearly unstoppable right now. And when you break down the film from last night, he looked unstoppable. And he was driving, kicking, getting to the rim, and finishing, pulling up from 3. He's averaging 27.1 points a game on the year to go with almost 9 boards and 6 assists to go with 1.1 steals. And this is what he loves to do. Getting into this early pick and roll action, look at all the defenders lifted above or right at that 3-point line. He just refuses the screen, gets right downhill for an easy dunk. Here we go again. Early middle ball screen. Keegan Murray chooses to go under this screen. All right, you pick your poison. He's going to pull up over the top and knock down this 3 in transition. Early offense, easy money. Now he's going to get working with Cornet here on the left side. And I mean, what is this? What are we doing? Everybody trying to be like LaMelo Ball these days? I don't know, but one-legged 3? That's ridiculous. And he knocks it down. Just imagine the memes if he didn't hit that. Here he's going to split this screen, look to get downhill. Sabonis does a decent job, so he just steps it back and knocks down the 3 ball. That's a really tough shot right there. And then right here, he sees the double coming, just shoots over it. He sees Sabonis start to come off of Porzingis and double him from his weak side, so he's just going to shoot over Keegan Murray before Sabonis can even get there. Problem solved. Really easy. And then he's going to size up Sabonis, death taxes, and Tatum taking the big over the 3. Now, he did get rolled up on there. He ends up going to make the free throw, walks off the court, so he looks all right here. It looks like it's nothing too serious. Maybe he misses a few games, but the big thing for Tatum this year is last year he averaged 4.9 assists. This year he's up to 6 per game. Really getting his teammates involved. He's played more of a point guard role. Right here he's going to attract the defense, attract Valanciunas, and just find Cornet on an easy pitch. And then he's going to work off this ball screen. Keon Ellis is at the nail already, stunting in, so he's just going to skip this ahead to Peyton Pritchard for a step-in 3, and Keon Ellis is way too far over to recover. Then he's going to call over Porzingis for the screen, gets Zach LaVine's attention away from Derek White, and that's the thing that's so dangerous about the Celtics team. They have so many shooters. You have to be locked in on all of them at all times or you're going to get burnt. And Tatum as a whole is just one of the best players in basketball. He should really be in MVP conversations. He's played in all but 6 games this year, and ironically the Celtics are 5-1 without Tatum this year, but still they have a juggernaut even when he doesn't play. This is a ridiculously loaded Celtics team, and Tatum just tops it all off. Now we also got to talk about the rookie, Baylor Shireman, who versus the Kings last night had 9 points, 7 boards, a block, and 2 steals. And he's been playing really well as of late. Over his last 5 games, he's averaging almost 8 points a night to go with 3 boards and 0.8 steals in 18 minutes per game. He's shooting 52% from the field and 50% from 3 on about 5 attempts per game. And the Rook can play, right? He's proved he belongs out on an NBA court. I said when he was drafted, I think that he can be an instant impact player and help the Celtics win games this year, and he has proven to be that. And then Pritchard, a guy who off the bench can absolutely fill it up. You see him as a catch and shoot guy here alongside of Tatum. Just dropped 22 points on the Kings last night to go with 5 boards and 2 assists in 34 minutes. He's putting up some big time numbers off of this Celtics bench so far this year, and honestly would be a starting point guard a lot of places in the league. He's averaging 14.3 points, 3.7 rebounds, and 3.4 assists to go with a steal per game this year. And I mean, he's got unlimited talk, text, and data range, right? He is shooting it from wherever. 47% from the field, 42% from 3, 8 attempts per game. He's 3rd in NBA bench scoring in terms of points per game. This dude can really fill it up, and he's the perfect 6th man for the Celtics. Now, if you've made it this far into the video, make sure to hit the like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you are enjoying it at any point. With that being said, let's go ahead and get back to the video. We got to talk about Jrue Holiday. He has not had the season that I thought he would have, to be honest. He's still pretty impactful defensively, of course, coming off the gold medal and everything with Team USA, but last night he put up just 5 points and 2 rebounds on 2 of 11 shooting from the field, 1 of 5 from beyond the arc. Those are much less than ideal numbers for Drew, who just signed a big-time contract extension to stay in Boston, and he hasn't been performing to those numbers that he put on the dotted line. 10.8 points and 4.2 rebounds this year has not been exceptional. But a guy that has been exceptional and the X factor for them is Kristaps Porzingis. He is really good, especially defensively. He has a minus 14.7 effective field goal percentage on rim shooting, and that is the best in the league. And also shout out to Luke Cornett, who ranks 6th in this category. But he is elite defensively, a mismatch problem on the offensive side of the ball. He's 7'2" and can really do anything a guard can do. Also very unselfish. On the year, he averages 19.4 points, 7 boards, 2 assists, and 1.6 blocks, and he's doing that in just 29 minutes per game. A minutes decrease from last year, and he's putting up pretty much the same numbers. Like, no sir, Chris Dunn, you may not have that. And then on the other end, we're going up and getting it. 48% shooting from the field, 39% from 3 on 6 attempts per game, and he just does everything inside for this Celtics team. Yes, they have Cornett. Yes, they have Horford. But when they have Porzingis down there, they are a different team. And I say that in a positive manner. Now, a guy that has absolutely helped them out this year has been Luke Cornett. We talk about Kristaps Porzingis, Tingus Pingus all the time, but he's very often hurt. And when he's not hurt, you can even throw him out there together. And they've been playing some really good basketball. We see this a lot in the modern NBA with just 2 gigantic centers in the front court. Another guy we got to talk about here, kind of in the same way as Drew Holiday, is Jaylen Brown, who had 9 points on 4 of 8 shooting last night in 25 minutes. Not exactly ideal for a guy that just won NBA Finals MVP, but I think, down the stretch, he will continue to heat it up and ramp it up once the playoffs get here. One bad game, you can't overreact. 22.6 points a game on the year to go with 6 boards and 4.6 assists and a steal in 36 minutes. More than acceptable numbers from Jaylen Brown this year on 46% shooting from the field. And, when he's getting downhill, when he is in his bag, he is nearly unstoppable. So we'll give him a pass for this little off game here against the Kings. And then the final guy we got to talk about, Derek White, had another decent night last night, but he has been heating up lately as well. Of course, the whole Celtics team went through that little funk in December. Now I think they're back. He's averaging about 16.5, 4.5, 4.5, and then a block and a steal per game to go with that on 44% shooting from the field, about 39% from 3 on 9 attempts. Now, we referenced earlier the very weak schedule that Boston has coming up, and they've got a 3-game road trip out west, including Phoenix, San Antonio, and then Memphis eventually, which is a top seed in the Western Conference, of course. But if they can get through that and finish this season out, or finish this month out, I should say, undefeated, this is really, really scary. Going into the playoffs, you're talking about the team that just won the NBA championship, the NBA finals, assuming Jayson Tatum avoided serious injury, which, he walked off the court, so I'm assuming that's what happened. You got, of course, Jaylen Brown, this whole squad, the best team in the league, and they've lost 1 game in the last month. They finished the season off with 2 pretty much scrimmages against my favorite team, the Charlotte Hornets, which this season should just be over for them. We should be able to sim to next season, but that's besides the point. With the Celtics coming off of a big time into the season, heating up, of course, they had that, rough stretch in the middle of the year, but with them winning every single game except for one, which was the Oklahoma City Thunder in the last 2 months of the season, this team's looking scary. With that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you did enjoy at any point. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video.